Come on. Because y'all know I don't mind walking over there and picking your hand up and bringing it to the table. You gonna be next? She like, if I think your hand's going up, I'm coming. Okay. I like your sashaying, honey. Come on. All right. Okay. Everybody has on cute shoes. She said, okay.
Come on, Felicia.
All right, so give us a quick, not a dissertation, people. We don't want to hear your life story. Just a quick introduction of what your question is.
Okay, so I'm Tamiko Lowry-Pugh, also known as the Empowering Diva, empowering women to live a life with passion, purpose, and potential. So my question is, or my issue is, I feel like I need a branding makeover. I started off, me?
No, he's done. She's ready.
I started off with my nonprofit organization, the Still Standing Foundation Domestic Violence Awareness, telling my story as a survivor. So everybody knew me as, oh, that's the survivor, but everybody was like, oh, but you're a different survivor, like you're a diva. And so then I became the Empowering Diva, helping other women to live a life of survivorship and not have a victim mentality. Then it turned into me being a certified life coach, becoming a best-selling author, and then just traveling to speak to women, helping them in the area of self-esteem, self-confidence. So people still kind of see me as a domestic violence survivor, which I am, but then I have the other business, which is coaching, speaking, and writing. So I don't know, do I separate the two? Like, how do I get people to see me other than the domestic violence lady?
Do you have them both together now?
I don't.
So they're separated. People are just seeing you as one way. Do they look the same, branding, from a visual standpoint? When people see your personal brand, does it automatically send them their mind to empowering the domestic violence?
I don't know. The colors are different.
A question for you, do you want them to be separate or do you want them to be together? That's the number one question.
It sounds like you want them to be two different lanes, but you do both of them.
Yeah, so because the domestic violence stuff is like my nonprofit, I don't make money off of that. That's like ministry for me. But the other stuff is where I make money.
Okay.
But what happens is people will say, well, you have a nonprofit, why are you charging to coach people in this area and your nonprofit does it for free? And so I'm having to kind of explain that, no, this is my business, this is the nonprofit.
So here's how you handle it.
Do y'all see how Felicia came? Y'all see why these women on my team, honey?
The problem is you have to address it.
That's what I was going to say. You have
That's
to
the
decide.
problem.
Yeah.
Or the challenge. Okay, not the problem, because this can be
Challenges,
solved,
situation.
right? So what you need to do is have a video on both of your websites that addresses the fact that, yes, I have this nonprofit, but this is my business.
Okay.
And so when you do that video, you want to introduce yourself, talk about what you do, and then you want to say, when you wrap, yes, I do have a philanthropic portion to what I do. I believe in investing my vow. I'm so glad I gave you an idea. And then you lead into that. But until you address it, so you got to do your whole PSA. You got to let people know that, yes.
PSA
Public service announcement.
Your public service announcement.
You're like, what's PSA?
Let people know, yes, this is who I am. You may remember me from this, and that's a part, that is my passion. But my business is this.
That's what you're here for.
Another piece of that too is when you said that people are coming and your domestic violence, that you get the coaching for free. So are you coaching things in your life thing that's regarding domestic violence, that's sending that message that I do both? Because you need to separate that.
Because so the nonprofit, we have we have a program, rebuilding your self-confidence after abuse. But that same material is used in my coaching.
That's where you're.
That's the problem.
But I changed the name of it, rebuilding yourself.
That's why they're saying I could get this free if I go over here. So if you're doing the coaching on your domestic violence, do that. But it has to be different. Everything you do over here can still be life stuff. But the names have to be different, the titles have to be different, and you can be doing some of the content similar to that, but you have to separate it, because when they say, well, I could get this free if if you go over there, it's around this part of it. This here's around this. So they see a distinction. Without it, that you're going to keep getting that question.
And I think one thing that you have to do is you have to focus. Like Becky has a nonprofit, but right now her focus is her business. And so you have to make your business the focus. The domestic violence, that's your story. Even within your business, your coaching business should be primary now, because it's very difficult to build two at one time because you're going to confuse people. So if you just say, hey, because it sounds like what I'm hearing is that, you know what? Yes, the domestic violence, that's a part of me, that's what I do, but right now, the season that I'm in, I want to build my coaching business. I want to really get myself out there. I want to be paid to come and speak. That's what I want to do. So you've got to focus your time, your energy on that specifically. And then your story is a part of your business. And so the self-esteem, the workshops, and all of that, that, in my opinion, right now should be your focus, because if you're trying to put them both out there, it's going to be very difficult. So even like not even having all the programs under the nonprofit, you just have what it's for, etc. And then if you said 3 events out of the year or 2 events out of the year, you know, we have, and it's nonprofit, etc. But you can't do the coaching, the same events, etc. So just make them totally different. So like Becky, she'll have events that she does, but it's only a certain amount of events, etc. Does that make sense? So focus, don't always multitask, don't always try to do too much at one time. Building one brand first. That makes sense? Is that helpful? Was it worth you? Girl, it was worth you. Okay.